Okay, well, looks like we're back and we actually have sound this time, hopefully. So you guys can hear us, you can hear the game. Kudos to Dead Signal's partner for getting the sound working. Thanks to him. Well, as you saw, Falco Phoenix did take out our first map. The score is now 1-0, and we're now going on to Lighthouse. So what do you reckon about this map, Blackburn?
Generally, with regards to Lighthouse, we have seen the variations with different teams running generally different things. We've seen Dive on this map, and we've seen Reinhardt. It'll be interesting to see what both teams run, and yes, they will both be currently running the Reinhardt-based composition. Right now, it's quite a mirror. I would say not really mirrored. We have on the side of Fat 11, we have sort of a triple tank. No, they're still running the goats actually. And on the side of Foulplay Phoenix, running a counter to that with Nathan on that Doofus and then continuing to run on that Pharah. It'll be interesting to see whether or not this ghost composition is able to break it. Here comes the early charge in onto the point. Eric gets an early kill on the kid. Well, but that time answers back with the kill onto the Violet. Eric's gonna get another kill onto Ray. It's a 5v4 onto the point right now with the members of the Ghost Com currently just wreaking havoc, and it seems Fat 11 will get the first cap onto the point.
Yeah, Eric's there popping off, getting 3 kills, I think, and it was interesting to see how they played that as well, because they actually just waited in that that room there with the big health pack and waited for that Lucius Beamers to come through, waited, baited Falco Phoenix into engaging on them into an unfavorable position, and then just spilled out of that room and collapsed onto the Falco Phoenix's squishy members and took them out. So well played there by Fat 11. Now Falco Phoenix are going to be coming back in onto the point, but Fat 11 had other ideas. They're going to be trying to take them out before they even get onto the point, but meanwhile it has been back-capped down the BAM on the point, managing to flip the point over, and the Barrage will come through, getting the D-Mech and the kill onto iShiny there. And kills are being answered back from the side of Fat 11, so now it looks like the momentum has kind of faded away for Falco Phoenix, and they will have to get off the point. The point will flip over, both teams accumulating around about 20%.
It was a fairly logical approach coming out of Fat 11 to possibly just try and collapse on the members of Falco Phoenix while 2 of their players were trying to cap the point. It's essentially a 6v4 there, but Tom KYS made an early charge, possibly just trying to get back on the point to actually stop the cap, and unfortunately it didn't work, but it is on the back of Eric's getting 2-3 kills, they managed to cap the point. Now back to the fight itself, we had an early punch coming out of Nathan, but unfortunately it's got countered by the rest of the members actually just cleaning up, and this Ghost Com, surprisingly enough, seems to be working right now, and as they approach the 65% mark, possibly if Foulplay Phoenix can just rally themselves, they could possibly have 2 more fights. If not, this is probably coming on to the last fight now with Foulplay Phoenix coming up with multiple ultimates right now, especially with Earthshatter. They have the Valkyrie. They're close to everything aside from Nathan, who just recently switched on the Junkrat. But on the side of Fat 11 right now, they don't have anything close. Eric is the only one right now. They did use an early Lucio ultimate, but it's negated of the fact that Foulplay Phoenix just waited out. Here comes a Shatter from Ray, but did not seem to get anyone. But with the ultimate advantage of Foulplay Phoenix, they're managing to fight back onto the point, and currently they are up 6-2. Shiny gets taken out. Violet's dead. The only one left is Board. He's probably going to die here. Yes, and the cap comes in just at the 99%, just before overtime.
Yeah, down the BAM, getting insane value out of that Barrage once again, and yeah, the ultimate's definitely coming into play there, Nathan, with the switch over onto the Junkrat as well to get a bit more burst damage onto those tanky members of that playing in that Goats comp. Now looks like they're going to be holding off onto the point where we'll see whether Nathan can get any value from this Riptide. There's still a lot of armor onto Tomkiss there, but yes, that's it, the triple kill coming out there, and Tomkiss actually committing that Earthshatter after most of his team had died, so it's a bit of a mistake, I think, from him, and they'll probably want that fight, that ultimate for the next fight. But meanwhile, Bort does have a Graviton Surge available. The Self-Destruct is also available from Shiny to combo with that, and Avocado has that Coalescence, so we'll see what they can get out of these ults here in the next fight now. 72% and counting for the side of Fireplay Phoenix.
As you can see, Nathan is currently holding a sort of a high ground as Fight 11's trying to just get through, but Tom KY has managed to actually get 2 kills on the Kid Raw, and Ray Shiny got the early kill with the Diva bomb, and Boyd manages to get killed on Nathan and Emma, and now overtime clicking down, and Fight 11 just rushes to the point. Nathan not being able to get enough value out of that Junkrat spam, and Fight 11 just wins, and Fight 11 just wins.
Yeah, well, there was a great Graviton surge there by Board as well. I think he called like 4 members, and then the Coalescence came through, so very nice use of the ult combos there from Fat 11, and they will be evening things up here on Ilios, and we'll go to possibly my favorite map of Ilios, which is Ruins. We'll probably see those Widowmakers come out, but maybe not. Fat 11 are going to, I think, stay on this Goats comp. Well, they do say, when in doubt, Goats it out, and that's the philosophy they have, it seems like. So Nathan will be switching off onto that Widowmaker, and a similar composition coming out besides that for Foul Play Phoenix, similar to what they ran on Well and on Lighthouse here, as both teams will be making their way onto the point. Down the band still up in the air with that Pharah, and once again they're going to be waiting, and that is I'm talking about Fat 11. They're going to be waiting for that Lucio speed boost, that amp it up to come off cooldown and give up early control of the point, and possibly bait Foul Play Phoenix into engaging onto them. Still waiting. The amp it up is now available. They will commit that and come out onto the point, but it looks like Foul Play Phoenix are well positioned to counter this. They didn't commit too hard, and they have a good position now to counter and bring back the damage onto those tanky members. They're actually getting the first kill onto Kid Raw. That could be crucial. Nathan firing away from that high ground position. He's not able to do much against this Goats competition. So much healing, so much HP in the works here. Downman does get the kill onto Adam Ricardo. That could be huge here as the main healer is down, but Urks following up with the kill onto Ray, and it looks like Foul Play Phoenix will have to back away here as 22% and counting is the score on the clock.
The positioning out of Foul Play Phoenix was pretty good, standing on the top right corner, not getting onto the point itself for the members of Fat 11 to just actively dive them, but on the basis that they were standing too much on the outer rim itself, that Fat 11 managed to actually get the cap off, and now moving on to 45%. Tom KYS gets the kill on the Ray. It's a 5v6 right now. Kid Raw actually using his ultimate. There's a somewhat wasted Kid Raw showing his best Fisher impression, gets a triple kill, manages to prevent Kid Raw from getting any value out of that ultimate, and is coming up to 60%. This is possibly going to be the last fight for Foul Play Phoenix, but they do have 4 ultimates up. And Kid Raw, yes, Kid Raw does decide to switch off onto the Ana, possibly just trying to get the members of the GoatsCom anteed up, but Boyd does have that Zarya, and Shiny has the bomb, possibly going for that 2-card combination. We'll have to see what the fight shows us right now.
Yeah, well, Downman is going to be coming through with the barrage. The Graviton Surge is committed, but it does get a lot, and the Diva Bomb will be there to follow through. The Sound Barrier is committed as well. Nathan desperately trying to do what he can with that Riptide, but it's taken down, and looks like Fat 11 have a huge advantage in this fight. The counter Graviton Surge from Kezray comes down, but it's all too little too late. Down the back, not able to get back onto the point. Emma somehow does, and triggers that overtime once again, but it's quickly ticking down. Now Coalescence will take out Down the Bam as we close off, and Fat 11 with this Goats comp, superior target focus coming through from them, and very clever positioning. They will be taking out our first map here on Ilio.
Very right, as you said. The Ghost composition prioritizes focusing targets, which Fat 11 managed to actually do and perform successfully on the multiple of occasions, whereas the members of Foul Play Phoenix, though they were running the actual counters to those sort of compositions, did not manage to get the actual focus fire needed for them to actually break the Goats comp.
Yeah, well, Nathan really wasn't that effective with that Widowmaker as well. I'm not sure about playing the Widowmaker. Maybe against Goats, it's very difficult to get good sightlines to make that Widowmaker work and get the burst damage you need. So maybe even running that Widowmaker with a Junkrat, for example, would have been better than running the Pharaoh, which is a little bit less consistent. But well, we saw how Foul Play Phoenix decided to try and counter that Goats composition, but it didn't quite work out for them. We'll see what adjustments they can make here as we move on to Watchpoint Gibraltar, which will be our second map. This is obviously a much different, way more different map type than Control, which we just saw. So this is probably one of the best maps in the game for Widowmaker. We might see Nathan play that once again, and Dive Comp also very strong here on the attack side. So we'll see what both teams decide to come out with here, and looks like Fat 11 will be on the defense starting up, and they will be playing double sniper. So something a bit more interesting coming out here from them. No more Goats. They put that aside on the back into the shelf. And maybe a Hammond actually being played here by Kestre.
Just to give a bit of history on the different compositions that you've seen ran in Watchpoint Gibraltar. Generally, Watchpoint Gibraltar is a heavy dive favorite map just because of the amount of high ground. Not only, as you can see, coming out of attacker spawn, but generally where it's supposed to be capped. There's a lot of sight lines for snipers to perch up on and possibly just get the amount of value. Both teams generally run the dive comms on these sort of maps, and yes, we can see that both teams are going to run this sort of dive comms. Here comes the first engagement. Everyone generally goes on the top right here. See, he's just poking right now, not actually committing to the fight. We'll see whether or not Ray and Kestre decides to actually jump up on this, or they're going to continue pushing the card. Kestre does go in with Ray, and then let's see what happens. No, they are going to back out immediately, not going to commit to it. Kestre is just poking right now with Dandabam on that Genji. They managed to get the early D-Mag onto board right now, and Violet is currently out of position. Are they going to manage to actually get the kill on to it? But no, Tom KYS manages to peel back, gets a kill on Dandabam, but Kidro does capitalize on that and gets a kill on the Violet. Boyd gets a kill onto Kestre's mech, but Kestre gets a kill onto Avocado just before. Ray gets a kill onto Dubs on that Hanzo, and currently it is favored for Foul Play Phoenix to continue pushing the point. Boyd's the only one left contesting card. If they can manage to get it back early, yes, and he's dead right now. Currently Shiny and Violet coming back in onto the point. Shiny going for a early hook, trying to just get out of there and try and get position, but Kestre is on that right room, but no, manages to get D-Macked by IDubs on that Hanzo right now, and the cart is 0.92%. Tom KYS gets taken down. Is anyone else going to touch the point? Yes, IDubs currently on the point, just contesting it right now. Is Nathan going to get any value? Managed to get the kill onto Avocado, but IDubs counters back with the kill on Dandabam right now. Is currently in favor of Foul Play Phoenix. Trades coming in 1-1 right now. Board and Violet managed to get the actual kill onto Ray, and they actually managed to hold it at 0.92 meters just before the cap.
Yeah, the respawn's coming through big for Fat 11 there. They managed to, it was actually a really nice dive there by the tanks of Foul Play Phoenix. They managed to get right onto the snipers after they traded quite unfavorably at the very beginning of the fight and even things up, and push the cart all the way to the end of point A. But as Nathan actually gets an incredible shot there onto iDubbbz and takes out Shiny as well with the follow-up, and now the dive will come through from Foul Play Phoenix. They've got a man advantage. The res does come through onto Shiny, though. They're not able to convert it into further kills onto the tanks. The tanks of Fat 11 playing very well. The Demon Bomb will come out. It does take out Tom Chaos. Now it looks like Fat 11 will have to back off, and point A will be captured here by Foul Play Phoenix.
The critical kills are actually coming out on Nathan in that fight. Managed to get actual both snipers and getting Emma to actually use the res in that case. Ray followed up with a jump in, trying to get Shiny, but probably knowing that he was not going to get him to kill, he used the primal race just to draw everyone's attention off to the point, and they managed to cap it with that time. But coming into the next fight here, you can see that Fat 11 has 5 ultimates ready up. Shiny, the only one, just managed to switch off onto the Brigida right now. But aside from that, everything on Fat 11 is currently online. As for the counterpart of Foul Play Phoenix, Kidro, the only one. Kidro and Emma, both support ults currently online right now. Here comes the fight. Both fights coming onto on the shuttle itself, and then the Bam gets an early kill on the Violet. No Transcendence coming out the point. Ray gets a kill on the iDubbbz. It's a 5v6, it's 6v4 on the point itself. Here comes the Demon Bomb. Is it gonna get anything? It has to be huge. No, Board manages to use it just for the rebound. Dom KYS gets the counter kill onto Dan the Bam. Ray gets a kill on the Shiny. Avocado using Res to get Hanzo back with, so he can use the actual Dragon. But huge play coming out of Ray right now, using Primal Rage, getting 2-3 kills with that in the small room here. Mercy getting pummeled around, and the cap and a very fast cap coming in for Foul Play Phoenix with just over 4 minutes, pushing it onto third phase.
Well, the crucial play there was right at the beginning of that fight. The Zenyatta had been taken out with Transcendence online. Huge plays coming out from down the band, and great target focus from the side of Foul Play Phoenix here, as they managed to snowball that into a fight win. Kidrow not able to pop that Transcendence, and now it looks like they will be taking control of that high ground. The all-important high ground will allow Nathan to fire onto the members of Fat 11, as the Dragon Blade is popped here by down the band, but he's not able to get much. He's healed up by that Transcendence, and the Diva Bomb will be committed. Tom KOS, meanwhile, is in the backline with that Primal Rage. He does take out Ray. The Transcendence is out now for Kidrow as well, and iShiny does have that Brigitte ultimate online, giving armor to all of these teammates here. As Board takes out Nathan, Tom KOS will take out Kidrow, and now it looks like there is an advantage here for the defending side. Fat 11 will be pushing Foul Play Phoenix off the point and taking control once again, as we will have a pause. It looks like maybe there are some connection issues coming through here. But yeah, Blackburn, what do you reckon about that last fight?
The crucial play, though it's not generally seen, was the fact that Tom KYS understood that he had to go after that actual Widowmaker on the early top area of the third phase. If he would to just focus on any other target, the Nathan on that Widowmaker would have early sightlines just to shoot anybody and everybody, which possibly could have pushed it into Foul Play Phoenix's favor. But instead he had to relocate onto a different high ground that was not as advantageous, because he has to look downwards towards his opponent, which is significantly harder to shoot rather than actual just straight front. So impressive play coming out Tom KYS, understanding that who he has to dive, and from there on Shiny just on that Brigitte, generally one of the strongest heroes, especially in a close quarter situation. Probably can 1v1 any hero in a 1v1, excluding Bastion. And with her survivability and the amount of damage output she has with the actual stuns, they managed to just hold the point long enough that the war attrition just goes in the favor of Fat 11.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're going to have some compositional changes coming out, as Dubs will be taking out down the man who was recently switched off onto Farah here, and Ryan Zarya also coming through from Foul Play Phoenix, so a bit more effective here on this point with the close quarters combat coming through, and the Dragon will be popped. Doesn't manage to get anything for the side of Fat 11. The Nano Boost will come down onto Bolt, so they're going to be diving straight in. Dubs will take out down the map once again with another headshot. That's Storm Arrow, and takes out Kesray as well. Dubs is going off here in this fight, and Foul Play Phoenix will be transported back to spawn here.
I think it's a bit of a mistake to go for Ray to switch off onto that actual Reinhardt. If you can actually see right now, iDubbbz is currently being perched either on the low ground as you see him right now, or possibly on the high ground just right above him. These sort of areas just provide him with angles that Reinhardt just can't generally actually shield with his hammer, even though it's so large. And on the fact that Shiny can just easily shield bash him, and Anna just throw an anti-grenade, it might be a bit of a problem. But as I say that, Ray manages to actually get the kill on the Shiny, and Bort manages to actually get the counter kill on the Kidrow with that actual Diva Bomb. Emma reses Kidrow out, iDubbbz goes on to the Widowmaker, gets the kill on to Nathan, and Bort gets the kill onto Ray with the help of a Nano Boost right now. And Fat 11 continue to hold with this dive-based defense, which is generally favored against this sort of Reinhardt composition. But as I say that, Dandabam, Ray, and Kesray all have their ultimates up right now, but they do not have any of the support ultimates. More support ultimates were used in that last fight, and currently they have no survivability. But on the other hand, on the team of Fat 11, they have both. They both have Shiny's ultimate, which he just popped out, and Violet still having that transcendence. Currently on the team of Foul Play Phoenix, they don't have any anti-grenades to actually deal with this. So possibly in the next fight coming, it's currently favored into Fat 11. So long as that transcendence gets enough value, and the rest of the team manages to actually stay alive long enough and manages to get the kill fast enough to actually just win the point here and there.
Dubs will take out down the ban once again. He's having a shocker of a time on Pharah here, and looks like they're going to be waiting for him to respawn. They do have, as you said, a couple of ults available, that Graviton Surge and the Earth Shatter, as well as down the ban's barrage here. So if they can get that Graviton Surge and the barrage through and the damage boost onto down the band, they can out-damage that Transcendence, but it's a matter of whether he can get into position. Kidroll will get the first kill onto Dubs. That could be huge here. There's no way to make a pressure, but Violet answering back with the kill onto Dan. The res will come through for him, but the Demon Bomb is really well positioned but doesn't manage to get any kills. Ray will take out Shiny, and Tom Chaos taking out Emma in the backline, but now there's a man advantage for Foul Play Phoenix. They're going to be trying to pull that through as best as possible, and the barrage will be committed, the Graviton Surge as well. No kills coming out through that, but it looks like it did enough damage. Nathan getting a kill of his own, but looks like the respawns are too good for Fat 11 here. They're managing to trickle back and take out the remaining members. Ray will get knocked off the map here from Tom KOI's. Emma, the last one left alive. Overtime will tick down, and they will only get 2 points here. Foul Play Phoenix. Well, Fat 11 giving themselves a good chance here of taking out this second map as well.
If you actually notice the reasoning why the Reinhardt on the side of Foul Play Phoenix did not actually die was because his Zarya was actually standing in front of him and the bubble was up. Even though he was stunned, the Zarya bubble right in front of him managed to actually absorb that blast, leaving the Reinhardt actually alive. It was an interesting. I'm not sure whether it was intended or not, but that was a pretty impressive play nonetheless, or just a brilliant stroke of luck. But coming in to now Fat 11 on the attack itself, and we'll see whether or not they will. We'll see whether or not they will currently stick to this GOATS composition, as you can see that they are already ready on. And Foul Play Phoenix possibly still, yes, going for a dive-based defense with Ray on that Winston, Kesray on the Diva, Emma on Mercy, Nathan, and everyone else just on the normal heroes. But it's interesting to see that Dandabam currently not on any extra DPS, but rather on the Brig itself. Now, many people could argue that Brig actually is a DPS that has healing, but for the sake of argument, we'll keep it as triple support lineup here.
Support. That's it. And what do you think about this Ana pick from Kidroll? I mean, there is a lot of safe positions that Ana can take here on the high ground, but it's here that's probably gained a bit of popularity since the buff. What do you reckon about that?
Ana in this case, I probably is going to take the role of Hanzo. Generally, what you want out of the Hanzo against a GOATS comp is to just generate the ultimate as fast as possible, and then use the grab, and then actually use the dragon to either get them while they're going through a certain choke, or actually split the team. In this case, instead of using the dragon, she has the bio nade, which she plans to actually throw onto the members of Fat 11 to just anti them, so they can't actually get healed from the 3 supports, rendering them generally useless. And Foul Play Phoenix can capitalize on that with the actual kill onto it, but it's all on the basis that Kidroll manages to actually get the Bionate onto multiple members of the team of Fat 11. And as we come into the fight right now, the Foul Play Phoenix decide not to actually hold on the general normal high ground at the front there, but decide to hold just above server, just in front of server right now, and the cart is moving at a considerable pace. We'll see whether or not they decide to go in. Yes, Dandabam manages to go in, but no, gets actually charged fire striked by Tom KYS. Not sure whether or not he was a bit of miscommunication, or whether or not he actually tripped down, but Tom KYS gets the second kill onto Ray. It's a 6v4 onto the point right now, and I don't think that Foul Play Phoenix can re-engage on this. As I say that, they're just trying to stall cart time right now, but no one is on the point. Kidroll currently the only one left. Tom KYS gets a double kill with the fire strike onto Kidroll and Kesray, and an early point cap for the members of Fat 11.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate there, because Kidroll did everything you just described. He hit a monster bio grenade, but It looks like, as you said, there was a bit of miscommunication. The Brigitte dropping down a little bit too early, getting taken out early, and then the dive kind of collapsed from there. As now down the band will be switching up onto that Junkrat, so taking control of that high ground position. The dive will come through onto him, Shiny, trying to dislodge him from there, but the rest of his team are ready to back him up, and they will force them back once again. The cart is still moving meanwhile, as none of the members of Falcon Phoenix are currently contesting it. Now the Graviton Surge will come out. It looks like it was completely missed. There was no one in that Graviton Surge. The Coalescence will be popped by Ana Avocado as well, but seemingly in vain, as the Nano Boost will go onto Ray. He's going to be dealing tons of damage. The Shadow will come down onto him, but it looks like Falcon Phoenix have a huge man advantage now, and they will be taking out Tom KOS if they can. Nathan does take him out. And, well, kills going the way of Falco Phoenix now, and they will successfully defend. They had to probably commit a few more ults than they would have liked to that, but they did manage to successfully push Fat 11 off the card.
I think if you're Fat 11 in that case, you're quite happy. They're quite happy that the members of Falplay Phoenix actually invested a number of key ultimates, especially the Emma on that, Mercy. So right now, they could possibly push in on this. Here comes a early Diva bomb. I think, yes, Shiny actually gets a kill on the Ray. It's a 6v5 right now. Let's see whether or not Emma actually decides to go for the res on to this. But in the meantime, yes, he goes for the res. But in the meantime, the card's moving. Is anyone going to cap? Is everyone going to get on the card? Yes, in time. But no, it's a C9. And the members of Fat 11 off a single ultimate kill, which Shiny throwing his bomb, hoping for a Hail Mary kill, manages to get it. And the rest of Falplay Phoenix just durdled for the most part and did not get on the point. Currently now we have 4 minutes 38 seconds, somewhat similar time to Falplay Phoenix. I think just about 30 seconds more to just push this cart onto the end here, just across this bend. It'll be interesting to see how they will respond. Currently 3 ultimates up for Falplay Phoenix. We'll see interesting to see how they use it. Dandabam managed to actually get another ultimate up. That's 4 ultimates up. And the entire team of Falplay Phoenix actually just invested all 4 ultimates in one go. Are they going to get the necessary kills? Yes. Currently, Dandabam got 2 kills with the Junkrat tire, and Nathan gets the D back onto it. Tom KYS though gets a counter kill onto Kid Roll, but Dandabam going off with the Junkrat, getting 2-3 kills. That's 4 for him, and currently Falplay Phoenix will continue to hold the point.
Yeah, Tom KY is unfortunately committing the Earth Shatter very, very late and actually getting it cancelled in the animation. So that's a little bit unfortunate for him, but they do have an ultimate advantage now. They have as I say, that Emma has that Valkyrie available, so that's probably a higher value ultimate here. But Board has that Graviton Surge. They can try and win a fight of that, so Fat 11 will be moving around, taking a bit of a long flank onto the high ground here to try and dislodge the Nathan and Ray here on this Winston. They do manage to do so. The Valkyrie is popped early by Emma, and Kesray will be popping that Diva Bomb. It doesn't get anything, and now there's a chance here for the Graviton Surge to be committed. It is. Will the damage come through? Will it be enough? Dandabam getting a kill together with Ray, but Tom KYS, meanwhile, is actually going off. He gets 3 kills of his own to answer back. Tom KYS is absolutely carrying Fat 11 here with his tank play, but the Mercy healing's still good. There's no healers available for Fat 11, but now Violet is back, but it's a little bit too late to save Bort, and it looks like they will have to back away. And well, a lot of ultimates committed in the past 2 fights, but neither team able to really budge, and Falplay Phoenix managing to defend Fat 11's push once again.
If you look on the side of Fat 11, the most probable best plan right now is to actually get the players of Falplay Phoenix to actually use their ultimates, go for dry pushes, but IDOPS actually gets a counter kill onto Dandabam's tire as it was just sitting there not doing anything, but Keswick gets a counter kill onto Tom KYS. As I said right now, Fat 11's best option right now is to actually just keep the ultimates. So as I say that, Avocado decides to actually throw in the Moro ultimate to just try and see, but actually gets an early kill on the Keswick just before the DMAC came in after the actual bomb. But currently Falplay Phoenix has all their ultimates, but Boyd gets the kill on Dandabam right now. Here comes 2 ultimates out right now. But IDOPS gets the kill on the Nathan. Nathan's still alive, and Ray, with the help of Primal, with the help of the Nano Boost, actually still survives. This is a brawl on the point right now with no clear winner. But as I say that, Tom KYS gets the kill on the Kid Bro. Currently Emma's the OD healer right now, and due to Mercy being able to fly up up and about. She has the survivability to continuously heal without actually being in any danger. But as I said, that she is in the right room. But is she gonna die right now? It's a key kill right now if they can actually get the kill onto her. But aside from that, the rest of Fat 11 decides, screw the Mercy, we're gonna kill everyone else, and the Mercy has got a point. But no, she could not get a point, and ignoring the Mercy, killing everything else, just gave Fat 11 the actual win here, and they are up in the series 2-0.
Yeah, it was almost a little puzzling because they did have quite a few ultimates available that his 5 Foul Play Phoenix did, but they almost kind of wasted them. They used them all kind of at the same time. They didn't get much value out of them. Down the Bam got taken out during his barrage once again, as we see Dubs with that play of the game with his Hanzo play, but an Avocado with that Colossus coming through, the healing, and Emma managing to survive for an ungodly amount of time and just heal his team up. Really proved to be the difference there in that final fight, and not able to get onto the point in time. Fat 11 will be taking out our second map as well, so they will be taking out the series 2-0, and now it's up to Foul Play Phoenix whether they can get a map off them in our third map, which we will be still playing, of course. All the maps are counted for the final score. The final scores, they're all important here for deciding who goes into the playoffs weeks. And we will be moving on to Horizon now, which is our third map. So what do you reckon about this one here, Blackburn?
Horizon has been in a very interesting spot, to say the least, especially with the current rework. It has not seen any real professional play, except potentially outside of contenders. If I'm wrong, you can always correct me. I've never actually watched many of the contenders matches, but in the Overwatch League, the Horizon that they played on was the old Horizon, so there hasn't actually been any Overwatch League regulated maps.
Do you reckon it's changed a lot though in terms of the amount of what's played compositionally or positionally? I know there's a lot of the flanking routes have changed, but in terms of the point setup, not a lot has changed really, has it?
In terms of general team composition, not much has generally changed. Most teams still use the designated routes with certain small changes here and there. But in terms of team composition changes, not really. Possibly, defenders now actually have a better sort of, but they have a better advantage as compared to how it was previously. With as you can see, just in front of the point itself, they're able to actually hold that high ground, but also managing to drop onto the point by just walking through the midsection of that open space, whereas in previously you couldn't. So it gives the defense a bit more flexibility to alternate between high ground and low ground to just try and play the point. So that's why people still generally run Orisa on this. Generally, you don't see the Roadhog just because there's so much open space and the poles aren't going to actually be pulling people. Rather, it's actually just stopping movement. So generally, you'll see a Orisa Diva and then a Widowmaker just for the open spaces. And that's the general composition you want to run on a defense here. Now, as for the attack phase, attack is generally interesting considering that you can run both Reinhardt-based compositions, which I'm assuming Fat 11 is going to run the Ghost comp on this because it is quite effective.
And
but you can also...
They have definitely shown that they prefer that Goats comp. They run it on almost all the maps so far, so yeah, exactly. I definitely expect that to be coming out.
But, and considering how I would imagine Foul Play Phoenix would attempt to attack this would possibly be a dive-based attack to just go on the top right position where the lab is, where most Orisa's early setup are, and then from there just push straight onto the point. So both actual attack-based compositions both are actually viable in this map. It's just depending on how well executed it is.
Yeah, as you said, I've definitely felt in our matches personally that the defender does have a much bigger advantage on this first point compared to the old version of the map. But of course, on the second point, they have a much longer spawn distance back to the point, so that's a bit of a trade-off here for both.
Yes, coming back to Fat 11's composition, as you can see, they're running a sort of a triple tank composition with with the inclusion of both off tanks that generally accompany the Orisa. So they're just trying to be fairly stable right now. And coming in, you can see Foul Play Phoenix going for the actual Goat comp. They're trying to put on their best Fat 11 impression. Let's see whether or not Fat 11's able to actually break this, considering how much of the Ghost comp they play. Do they know how to counter this right now? Early tick coming out for Foul Play Phoenix. They already have one cap onto the point right now and doesn't seem to be stopping. Are they gonna get 2 ticks? Yes, they're actually gonna get 2 ticks. Fat 11 has to get on the point right now, or they are potentially gonna lose this. Thundermap gets a kill on the top KYS right now, and Bort is currently in danger of getting killed right now. He has 2 people on him right now, but no, Foul Play Phoenix actually gets the kill on it. That's all the members of Fat 11 dead or currently retreating. Are they managing to actually get? Are they gonna get the early kill on Violet and Avocado? Yes, they do. Both healers down. Both healers down before the fight on the second point right now. They're gonna potentially cap this with a 6v4 on the point. And are they gonna do it? First stick comes in onto the point. Mango gets a huge shatter, gets the kill, gets the counter, gets the char on the shiny, and gets a subsequent kill. And Emma using the coalescence gets a kill on the shiny. Mango gets a counter kill onto items. Right now, currently, Violet just using the transcendence, just trying to stall time, but actually trying to hopefully get a hit. But no, Tom K. Rice gets a triple Earth Shatter, but nothing's out of it. He doesn't have the follow-up damage. Here comes a charge in. Is he gonna get anything? No. Nathan gets a kill on the Violet. Kesri gets a kill on the Boyd. Items gets a counter kill on the Mango, but Kesri gets a kill on the Tom KYS. Currently, it's still in favor of Foul Play Phoenix to get the early cap on this point. They just need to get rid of Shiny right now. Here comes the Diva. Here comes the actual bomb. Are they? No, he actually gets a kill on the kid. Bro, and Shiny actually manages to get the D. He gets a remake onto it. Are they managing to kill it? Yes, they managed to kill him. Here comes the second tick. 2 ticks currently up right now. Mango gets a fire strike onto Violet. Are they going to manage to kill it? They're just stalling out right now. It's currently 6 minutes left on the clock. Still a very respectable time. They can actually pull this off. Avocado actually use Fade, but nothing right now. And that's the team kill. Horn and Foul Play Phoenix on 2 early kills onto the supports. Caps it in a very fast time.
Fat 11 just gave Foul Play Phoenix all the space they wanted. As soon as they saw the Goats comp Foul Play Phoenix, just they knew they were going to be holding up onto the high ground. Once they saw that, they speed boosted in through the low ground onto the point, took the advantageous position where they had the shields up, and forced that Orisa comp to do exactly what it's not good against, which is push up into a more brawly Reinhardt Zarya based composition, and they just forced them to engage into unfavorable territory and took the first point. But of course, as you said, those late stagger kills onto both the supports, about as bad as it could have gone for Fat 11 here. And Foul Play Phoenix coming out strong here on Horizon. Can Fat 11 match their attempt?
Generally 2 misplays you can see coming out from the side of Foul Play Phoenix there. One being that the 2 supports did not choose to actually die. They actually chose to retreat back to the point to actually conserve their lives, which ended up actually costing them the entire map. And the second one being the fact that they did not utilize the new entrance just right above the point. You can see where Emma and Kesri are currently being located. Yes, that area there. You could possibly Orisa and all the other sort of players can generally just stay up here. Remember, you only need 1 person to actually contest the point. So with the help of Kesri on that actual Diva, he could have with Shiny on that actual Diva, he could have just flew onto the point, just stalled it as much as I can until possible early pick could have come out for them. So a bit of a misplay there by them, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, now it looks like Fat 11 will be on that Goats comp. Well, I say Goats comp, but it's a bit of a variation. This Yato is actually being played by Avocado, so no Moira for them, and they're going to be taking that left-hand side route. They're immediately taking quite a lot of damage. Nathan going to be playing that Doomfist. We'll see whether he manages to get any value out of that. And Orisa-based comp once again on the defense for Foul Play Phoenix. And they're going to be going around, trying to make their way onto the point, but good positioning from Foul Play Phoenix. They get the first D-Mech onto Shiny, and already there's a Riptire available for Nathan. Can it get a kill? It does. It takes out Dubs, and one healer is down. Shiny, though, getting the answering kill onto Nathan. He dived in a little bit too far, and Tom KRS does get the charge onto Mango, so kills are coming through here for Fat 11. The rest will come through onto Mango, so now the Orisa is back in the fight, and Shiny will be they're trying to focus him down as best as possible, but he will get away. Still, the supports are alive for Fat 11, but they will back away and wait for respawns once again, Foul Play Phoenix will defend this first push, and no ticks still for the side of Fat 11.
How Foul Play Phoenix played that is exactly how you want, how you actually want to counter that Ghost Comp. Dandabam current, as you see where Dandabam currently sitting at, that's where you want your DPS to be, just to stay up there and actually just drain down damage without actually getting any repercustions. But and he actually gets the early kill onto Violet. It's a 5v6 on the point right now with Anavocado investing that Transcendence. Is he gonna get, is any value actually gonna get out of it? Shiny, yes, Shiny gets the kill on the Mango right now, 5v5. Casper gets the counter kill on the Anavocado. They are down one healer. Ammo is seriously low, but and Shiny gets the actual kill on to it, and from there it snowballs into Fat 11's favor right now. Nathan has to come up huge with this actual Mia strike, but no, does not get anything right now. He's the only one left on the point, just trying to actually stall this out. Casper the only one left, and they managed to get at least a full reset compared to the actual stagger, and it will come down to another fight moving into point 2.
Yeah, Violet getting the clutch sound barrier there to deny any kills from Nathan's Riptire, but Nathan did take him out early on, but focus fire a little bit lacking for the side of Foul Play Phoenix here, as Fat 11 managed to swing their way into a first point capture, and now they do have that Graviton Surge and the Diva Self-Destruct available here for the second push. Nathan will be switching up onto the Pharah here, and the Riptire will come out from down the bam. Can he get any kills? Nathan taking out Dubs before the Riptire even gets close to him. And Avocado will take out Kid Raw. The res will come through, but now it looks like Foul Play Phoenix have the damage they need with that Orisa Supercharger coming down there from Mango, and they will clean up the rest of this fight and successfully hold. But they did pop a few ultimates there, so Fat 11 probably not too unhappy with that.
Yeah, generally, as you can see currently on the side of Foul Play Phoenix, they don't actually have any ultimates close by. Castre the only one close with about 83. No, actually, that's actually for her to actually get remech. So if Fat 11 actually pushes right now, they have a really good potential to actually cap the point. But as I say, that the map comes from Tans from the top, goes down the ropes, gets double kill onto both Idubs and the Violet right now, and that puts him in the favorable. And that's putting him in a favorable position to actually get their ultimates back up.
Mango with the Orisa hold there from the high ground, just making it all too easy for Dandabam to spam those rockets through and get multiple kills with each hit. And now they have that Riptire available, and Kezray is now back in his mech. He has a self-destruct as well. But Anavocado has that Transcendence now. The Graviton will come down, but only manages to get Kezray. It's not the value they were really hoping for. The Riptire will come out. Doesn't manage to get any kills, it looks like. No, now it does, as I caught it a little bit too soon. It gets a double kill, but Anavocado following up with a kill onto Nathan, and Fat 11 have the man advantage here. It's 5v4 here, as the respawns are coming through. Tom KYS is going to be charging Kezray, trying to get him off the point. He survives. He pops that Diva self-destruct to try and remake, but he's taken out in the middle of it. Nathan is back. He's contesting the point. Emma will be trying to do the best he can as the rest of Fat 11 are chasing him down, but he does take him out down the mound on that Tracer, taken out very quickly, trying to stall the point. Kezray is back. He's the last one left. Can they take him out and cap the rest of this point? They have one tick and counting here, as Nathan is once again back. The barrage will come out and takes out Dubs before he accidentally kills himself on that Reinhardt shield there. As Emma is popping that Valkyrie. Kid Raw trying to do what he can. He does take out Avocado, so it looks like maybe this push is running out of momentum here for Fat 11. Tom KOS will take him down, but now a couple of kills going the way of Foul Play Phoenix. And as you know, on second point on 2CP maps, a couple of kills is all you really need to snowball the fight in the other direction. The respawn time is favoring you greatly. Dubs is now back. Kezray will get DMAxed once again, but Violet actually taking him out as well, and Bionade will go down onto Dubs. He's gone very low. He heals himself up, but down the bam will get taken out again. Dubs is still alive. He's going to pop that rally here, and that could give them sustain they need. They have a few respawns coming through once again. Out of Avocado taking out Nathan, who switched off onto the Hammond, and Shiny taking out Kid Roar as well. Kezray trying to do his best. He's going to get DMAC'd once again. How many times has he been DMAC'd in this fight? This fight is going on forever, but it looks like Fat 11 will be completing the map. Significantly less time bank than Foul Play Phoenix, but they do manage to complete, which means we will be going to extra rounds.
Amazing amazing actual play coming out of Foul Play Phoenix to actually just chain people coming in one by one. As I said previously, you only need one person to actually contest the point. So instead of investing 2-3 people to potentially actually win the fight, which is most likely not going to happen, you instead just trickle one by one onto the point and get as much value as you can out of it. And the result being that Fat 11 has half the time essentially of Foul Play Phoenix, and that puts Foul Play Phoenix in a very favorable position to actually win this map and make this a 2-1.
Fat 11 still have 2 minutes though, so it's very possible if they do get a situation like on their first attack where the sports get unfortunately staggered. They could pull this through into yet another double cap here, but well, we'll see whether that ends up happening. Avocado is going to be on that Zenyatta once again. They're going to be running that same comp they ran on their first attack. Hydro is on that Ana for the side of Foul Play Phoenix. Nathan on that Doomfist. And once again, Orisa is going to be coming out here from Mango. So we'll see how this works for them here on their second try. And Reinhardt, Tom KOS on this Reinhardt. So we'll see what route they actually choose to take this time. They took the left-hand side route the last time. Now they're going to be taking the low ground straight up onto the point. But Mango actually taking out Avocado straight away, and that's going to probably spell the end of this push. They're going to be trying to get as much value as they can out of it. But the Nade is good onto multiple members of Fat 11. Nathan taking out Tom KOS. He stood no chance against that Doomfist. Down the Bam is going to be getting multiple kills as well. And looks like Fat 11 will be pushed off the point slowly but surely. And Down the Bam already having a Riptire available for the next fight.
Crucial misplay coming out from Avocado, actually due to the fact that the team wasn't with him when he was actually crossing that open space. Gave Mango the opportunity to actually get the early pick on him to make it a 6v5. Perhaps next time they actually push through. They're not gonna leave Avocado behind due to the fact that Zed is the most immobile hero in this current composition. He doesn't have the ability to actually move at a faster pace, and I say that Avocado actually moving in with the team a bit more, but he's currently actually still zoned out. But Shiny is there to protect him right now. And here comes the Riptire. Yes, gets the actual kill onto Avocado. 6v5 on the point. Mango actually gets counter kill onto Violet. Casper gets the Diva Bomb on kill onto iDubbbz, and it's just clean up right now for the rest for the team of Foul Play Phoenix. But as I say that both support ultimates online from Foul Play Phoenix right now. They have both Emma having that Valkyrie to just keep the team up long enough that Mango will get his supercharger up to actually just damage boost Dan the Bam and Nathan as they go into the final point, which is favorable for them because it is such a low boys area. And Kidwell also has that nano boost to just top off anyone and give enough damage for the coming push. As on the side of Fat 11, they have managed to use the Brigade ultimate, but we'll see whether or not it's actually going to translate into something. Are they going to touch a point? Yes, Tom Kayoris goes for the charge, actually gets on the point. Right now, Dan the Bam goes for a... Dan the Bam actually gets taken by Avocado early in the fight right now. Nathan actually getting damage boost. Here comes a Meteor Strike damage boost. Isn't going to get anything, but as I say that, but no, Mango actually gets 2 crucial kills, killing Shiny and iDubbbz. Tom Kayoris gets a counter charge onto Kesri's mech right now. It's going de-mech. Boyd actually threw the actual Graviton right at the face of Mango, but with no follow-up, that's basically a wasted ultimate. And right now, Avocado on that Zen, just popping Transcendence, just trying to stay in this fight as long as possible, trying to possibly get something out of it. But Boyd is all alone, finding Nathan right now. Is Nathan gonna get the kill onto it? Boyd actually gets and huge bomb coming in for Kesri, gets 2, and it's just clean up duty right now for Foul Play Phoenix, and they will hold the point with no ticks.
A strong defense coming out there from Foul Play Phoenix. And, well, Fat 11 didn't really know what to do. Shiny switching over onto that Tracer. They had to scramble to get onto the point in that final fight, and Foul Play Phoenix just had a very easy time as well. And interesting, actually, the route that they kept taking. They kept taking this route on the right-hand side, directly underneath Foul Play Phoenix and down the Bam, getting huge value out of those satchel charges, just being able to throw them off the edge and get multiple people and combo them with Mango's Orisa Holtz as well. So a questionable route, attack route taken by Fat 11 there on their attack. And well, we will be switching sides, and now Foul Play Phoenix is pretty much in the box seat. They have 5 minutes 54 seconds to just get one tick on the first point here to try and take a map off Fat 11, who have already won the series, it must be said, but of course every map does count.
Yes, with essentially 6 minutes on the clock itself. It's on foul play. It's basically foul play Phoenix's game to lose here. They only need one tick onto the point. They can either try multiple compositions, or they can also just continuously run themselves into the face of Fat 11, making them use their ultimates and potentially stacking up 6 ultimates for just one big 6 ulti push to just win the point. And now moving back on, both teams currently running. Both teams decide to go for an attack-based GOATS composition. Now we'll see. Now, but Nathan actually gets an early sleep, and Dandamam actually gets killed by IDUP. So an early, huge play coming out and Avocado on that sleep right now. And yes, this first push is currently lost. And Avocado, IDUP's actually getting multiple kills there on that Hanzo itself, up to about 45%, as you can see on that Dragon. And he should get it at the end of this fight if probably Phoenix does not just rush the point and actually potentially win this. Now it's interesting.
The funny thing was, like, Nathan got slept, but no one was even firing at him. Meanwhile, iDubbbz was getting all of the kills, but Speedrush will be coming through from 5 Once again, there's a sleep onto Mango this time, but he's on the point. And the binary will come down, and iDubbbz is going off once again on that high ground, and Fat 11 making quick work of that fight. They will be holding once again here, and well, they have a few ultimates available now for the defense as well, but is it only a matter of time before Purple Phoenix get a couple of their own ultimates and make a more concerted effort at this push?
Right now, Fat 11's best chance of winning this fight is actually to actually try and win fights based off abilities rather than ultimates. But as I say that, iDubbbz decides to actually throw an early dragon, hoping to get actually something, but no, actually gets nothing out of it. But Shiny does have that Riptire, potentially a stopper for this upcoming push coming out of Foul Play Phoenix. So it's going to be interesting to see how this will turn out. Yes, they are now going to rotate onto the left side with the help, but now everyone's actually on the proper sort of hero that they are going to move together as a team. Fights coming down onto the point. Mango goes in for the charge, but the shift coming out. Tom KYS just holding it. This Riptide's got to be huge, and it is. Here comes a triple kill coming off of Shiny, getting Kid for Nathan and Kesray all on the back of that, and they managed to get the team kills. Horn, and Fat 11 continues to hold the point with 3 ultimates up, and with a subsequent 4th of the Dragon coming up for this next push.
Yeah, well, I'm astounded because now, like you said, Fat 11 have 3 ultimates. They have the all-important Transcendence as well. And Kid Roll is the only one. Oh my god, that's a huge Ananade coming out there from the Avocado here. But with no kills off that, the Dragon will be popped by iDubbbz, and it's well positioned, actually managing to take out Dandamam, who was a little bit separated there from the rest of his team. And iDubbbz is going off once again, managing to demech Kesray. Nathan does get that supercharger. The Coalescence is popped almost out of desperation here by Emma, trying to keep the rest of his team alive. Mango getting the 5-strike onto board. The kills are going back towards Fat 11 once again. Kesray being taken out. He does manage to get away. iShiny will take out Emma, and Fat 11 holding once again. They had to commit a few ultimates, but they built up 3 again. Nathan, for the side of Foul Play Phoenix, does have that Graviton Surge available, but 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. You have to wonder, can Fat 11 pull out this incredible defense, holding for almost 6 minutes here, and with only 1 tick required for Foul Play Phoenix to take the win.
Here comes the bomb.
Oh, the bomb does manage to take out Tom KYS.
It actually gets the kill on the Tom KYS. That is a 5v5 on the point right now with Violet kind of kill onto Emma. Mango gets a 5-strike onto Shiny's actual Riptire, but iDubbbz gets a counter kill onto Mango right now. It's a 4v5 on the point. Now it's a 4 against 4. Wait, Nathan getting the kill onto iDubbbz right now. Boyd is currently DMAC. They have to kill him. They have to kill him now before the reback comes in. And yes, they managed to actually do it just before Violet actually comes in to save him with the actual Transcendence. But Tom KYS coming back on that Tracer, just trying to stall the point, potentially get a kill. But no, they actually C9. And Valkyrie
Oh.
Phoenix actually gets the cap in of a
That is-
C9.
Fat 11 did so well, and they actually had a man advantage there in that last fight as well. So unfortunate for them, a bit of a slip up, but they could have possibly pulled off an incredible defense. But they will be winning the series 2-1, so they will get the majority of the points here. So they can't be too mad about that. But that would have been an incredible hold if they did pull it off. But the unfortunate C9 at the end. And Valkyrie Phoenix do get a map in the end in the series.
Incredible plays coming out from both teams, especially on the Horizon, the final map, with both teams going back and forth, especially on the second time when both teams actually attacked. Huge plays coming out from both sides, and very respectable team compositions and target calling coming out from both these teams.
Yeah, definitely a high-level match that we just witnessed, and well, I think that will probably be it from us. There is another game scheduled to start very soon here, so Dreamboat and Phoenix will be casting that one, so stay tuned for that. Any closing words here, Blackburn?
Just a general thing. I think all casters do this. Just generally MVP. Just to round things up. Do you have generally we give it to generally? I feel that you give it to the winning team, but obviously everyone can give it to themselves. So who do you think actually won this, regardless of the fact that Fat 11 won this? My MVP for this for the entire match is probably going to be Dan the Bam. Actually, he actually showed a large amount of skill with multiple different heroes. It's just a bit unfortunate that the target calling and actual communication was a bit of an issue, as you can see which was most prevalent in Watchmen Gibraltar. But his flexibility and his level of play did help his team edge out many crucial fights throughout the series.
Yeah, well, personally, I reckon Tom KYS is my MVP. His tank play was phenomenal throughout the series. He managed to deal a huge amount of damage, get a huge amount of kills for himself as well, and just propel his team with that Reinhardt through to winning this series 2-1. So my MVP is Tom KYS. So, yeah.
All right, then. I think that's it from both of us. My name is Blackburn, and thank you very much for tuning in for this AAOL match.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.